I got to see Chappelle when he came back from Africa in 2004.
Wow.
At the Ava Amphitheater in Tucson, and I spent I had no money, and I spent like $90. That's a little for money.
That's a lot of dough in 2004.
I spent $90 to my friend Tank. Shout out Tank.
Tanky.
He ran the people for the Ava Amphitheater, and he's like, I can get you a really good seat. Chappelle's my guy, so I was like, he's back from Africa. I fucking can't wait. I was so excited for the new bits. I fucking smoked a joint. I walked in, I sat down, and he started great bit about white guys on meth fighting a group of black guys. It's a bit he's never done on a special. It's very, very funny. He's like, you should never fight a white guy that's shirtless and jean shorts with grease all over his chest. Something's happening with him. And he does a whole thing about how they beat him up and it doesn't work. And I was like, on cloud nine. And then it just started. People going like, crack! I'm Rick James, bitch!
Right.
I'm Rick James! And then people were going, this was the worst. He'd be setting up a bit, and they'd just go, yeah!
Oh.
And they'd be like, all right. And you saw him go like, okay, all right. Like, all right.
Damn.
It just sucked. I was so mad. I was doing the white guy thing where you look behind you, like at a movie when black people are talking.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything, but I'll look.
But I'm mad. Just know I'm getting huffy.
Yeah.
I will write a negative review of the theater, even though it's not the theater's fault.
It's not. We know that it's not the theater's fault. And he had a great line though. At one point, he was like doing a joke, and this lady was like, "Dave for president." He goes, "President? I can't even do 3 seasons on cable." He goes, "You would get to the second year of my administration, and they'd be like, the president has left simply with a note on his desk that said, fuck it." And you're like, great. And I saw him riff that. So for me, it was like, I had my first joke book on me. He signed my first joke book.
How'd you meet him? You just waited.
People were yelling for him after the show. And then I just went and was like, will you sign this? Will you sign this? And he signed it and he kept my pen. And I was like, can I get my pen back? But yeah, I have that joke book somewhere.
It's funny. I saw Carlin, I saw Seinfeld
That's
really
crazy.
young, and I remember everything. You remember everything.
Everything.
You're just like, they're in front of me. Holy shit.
I remember
David Tell playbill from Carolyn.
There you go.
I still have it.
It's crazy. And then you just know him now and you're like, I don't know Chappelle, but like knowing Colin Quinn.
Right.
You are, right?
No.
Oh, I bet he does.
Now, I've been introduced to him at least 4 times. And you're
I
like,
do remember one night at the cellar. It was years ago.
I was blacked out drunk.
Yeah, it was probably 8 or 10 years ago or something. And Dan sitting talking to him at the cellar. And then you went on stage and I sat down right after you. And he just looked up at me and goes, it was great talking to you.
Oh.
He thought I was you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what?
I've talked to him since then and he's been really cool.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't every time. Michelle Wolf's introduced me, other people. I just am like, I don't want to push it. I feel that way about a lot of celebrities that I like. If I really enjoy somebody's stuff, I'm not pushing to meet them.
Push it.
No, never put.
Like Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age is my favorite musician of all time. He's kind of been around, Bill Burr opens for him sometimes. I'll never push that.
No, and it'll happen eventually.
If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think there's nothing wrong with this idea that you have to be friends with every person you like. You can just be a fan.
That's true.
And being a fan sometimes is very valuable.
It's better.
Yeah, because you're just like, I don't,
I'm glad I never met Ned Beatty because I think I would have tried to rape him. I think it would have sucked.
Sam would have gone, I hate to say this, but squeal like a pig.